Good morning. Dell's Diversions. Alright. Sweet elixir of life, mana from heaven. Oh, holy black liquid. May your caffeine course through my veins and bring me alertness, awareness, hypersensitivity to noise and motion, and some friendly jitters. I'm trying to find somebody to give this free money to. Unless we could do a little we could interdict a commander. Well. I had a pretty uneventful week. Well, I mean, I was the only sysadmin in the office for the entire week. So it was actually really busy, which I liked. The week went by very quickly. Let me grab some stream science since I've got just a moment to wait. If you're just joining us, say hello in the chat. I keep my view count off so that I can stay in the presenting mode without worrying about how many people are there, if any people are there. I have the right kind of mental stubbornness to be able to talk to an empty room as though it were full of people with rapt attention. And you'd be surprised how difficult it can be to find somebody to give free void opals to. It's a challenge. Really, a lot with Elite is just getting people lined up correctly. Let's see here. We may have one. Double check this sell market. Oh, we got a join request. Just a moment. Who the hell wants VOs these days? As of last night, VOs were selling at 1.19 million credits, which is still pretty darn good. Um, oh, Matt, dude, check the bulletin board post on the Discord. Scroll up just a little bit. Go to the Voidwalkers Discord channel. It's linked right there in the Discord. That's where all of the logistics and planning are. Show up there. I'll hit you with a roll right away so you can get on board. We are ready to start paying out. Okay, you're already in there? Then make some noise. Say, hey, I'm here for the... Well, you can also go to the on the planning room. There's a pinned messages on the planning room, has a little Q&A if you have any questions about that, and then the bulletin board posts kind of outline the whole procedure. But basically, I mean, tell me what you've got. Are you looking to mine? Are you poor? Do you need... Okay, so in the Ishtar Sovereignty Discord planning room. Sorry, yeah, the planning room is in ours. The bulletin board and planning room are in Ishtar. That's where I put the posts up for our group, and then we are doing sort of the actual live logistics and planning happens in the Voidwalkers channel. So, in our planning room, pinned messages, the top two was Cordy Forever asking some questions about the mission, and then below the next post is Killadark responding to his questions. Correct, yeah. So if you are in a position where you don't have enough money to get a mining ship, then we'll pay you out so you can put one together with a decent jump range. Then you can come down and do some mining and probably collect another payout if you're one of those commanders that doesn't yet have an elite trade rank. So right now, HIP 16607 is the top market. So let me check in here. Okie doke. There you go, Matt. I just posted a couple questions for you there in the Discord, in the VW Discord. Answer those so that the folks on the expedition can see and respond as necessary. All right then, off we go. So Matt, you're in luck. So tell me, do you currently have a mining ship with a decent range? Let me know what your current setup is there in the chat, so I can, because I may be able to just hook you up with a nice chunk of VOs right now. Come on, baby. I approached that cone a little too fast. wanted to check a science news headline so I can tease some discussion later. Alright, Matt, if you're still in the stream here, let me know. Okie doke. Man, coronavirus is just dominating the science news. We got some vaccine outbreaks. We got the first confirmed case in my county here in California. However, again, I am certainly more concerned about the seasonal flu. What? Why won't you make this jump? What do you mean too fast? Okay, there we go. I had to replot my route there, I guess. Now, I know that there's a laboratory not far from my house, actually, where they're working on cranking out a vaccine. I know that as of last week or so, they had just completed fully sequencing the spike pattern on the outside of the virus. So, Matt, you get limpets. Well, first off, do you have a collector limpet controller module? Because you'll need one of those. That programs the limpets to go out. So the collector limpet, the actual limpet controller module, yeah, that's the one that you'll mount to a fire group and actually fire the controller module. The limpets are acquired by going to station services and then advanced maintenance and then repair and rearm. And you'll see a little limpet menu and you can get as many limpets as you want. What's your cargo space right now? $100. Excellent. I have 113 VOs. I'll keep 13 just to give myself a little, a little something something. And so what I want you to do is get like 6 limpets. start with that. Actually, no. Go ahead and get how many? Oh, sorry. How many limpets can you control at once? Like, what size is your controller? That's an important factor, and how quickly you can pick these up. A 1A. Okay, so you have one limpet at a time. It'll make the transfer go a little bit faster if you want, but you might have to sacrifice some cargo space. So you can do it with a 1A in a Type 6. Actually, I have a Type 6 build right here. Yeah, time is not an issue. Same. I've got a lot of time this morning. So go ahead and, so long as you got a fuel scoop and a decent jump range, head on over to HIP 16607. I'm about one jump from there. So what I'm going to do is get in system and then probably play CQC while you make your journey. It'll only be a few minutes, but I'm on stream, so I want to make sure I'm not just sitting there porked. 10 should be enough, and if we have to do it in 2 sections so you can get a few more limpets, that's fine. We'll do that. Now, hopefully, this market is falling fast, so we are racing it. Last night it was 1.19 million credits per ton of void opals at 1,800 demand level. Now we're down to like 1,000 demand, and the value has dropped to about 700,000 per ton. Pretty noticeable difference over a period of 8 hours. That's how far it's fallen. So. 9 jumps. All right, then I won't even log off and do CQC. That's great. Not a problem. Man, I had my new commander on last night, a friend of mine from real life, from IRL, and I gave him a build to get him to me, but in my build I forgot to put in the A-class frameshift drive. And he was like, dude, I just spent all this money and now I can't even jump as far as I did in my hauler. And I'm like, wait, that's not right. Your hauler had a jump range of 18. I just put you in a Type 6. What's wrong? I had to go back and look. I was like, oh, I fucked you over. That's why. But it was too late. He ended up having to go to sleep, so I screwed him out of a payout, I guess. And don't forget, this liner is the top 1% of all liners out there. All the liners out there. How am I doing anyways? I'm doing pretty good, man. I just been working my butt off. I've got some side projects that I'm trying to do. So I am the kind of person where I can easily just get hyper focused on one thing. And if that one thing is streaming or playing video games, then like I'll start doing that to the detriment of other things in my life. And I need to work mentally to be in a space where I make time to do other important things, and I make sure that I sequence my day correctly so that I'm not neglecting very important tasks. Part of that is giving myself some hobbies that aren't centered on this machine in front of me. So I've started kind of restoring and kind of making pieces of furniture. This table back here I made, I don't know if that's visible in the stream, kind of barely. There's a table back there we bought for $6 at Goodwill, and I took it apart, sanded it down, restored it, painted it up. I made a piece of furniture over there for the cats to sit on. And now I've got like this big wine jug. I'm going to make one of those sealed terrariums, where you make like a sealed ecosystem in a jar. So I'll make one of those. I've already got my gravel layer down for the water reservoir. I'm going to put some charcoal on top of that to act as a natural filtration system. Then I've got a mesh cover that's going to go there to keep the substrate from leaking down into the water reservoir, so that you actually get like a real water cycle where you have a purification, a reservoir, evaporation, precipitation. In my compost, I just went and stirred my compost yesterday, and it is seething with life. I've got worms, springtails, mites, all kinds of there's little microscopic insects that make up the microfauna of a soil culture. And so I'm going to take some of that, mix it with some potting soil, get a really nice fresh substrate for the little ecosystem, and I'm going to pack that in on top of the filter that I've laid down over the charcoal. And then I can start introducing plants, because I'll already have insects. I won't need to go buy springtails. I mean, people have like, tubs of springtails you can dump in there, but I won't need to do that. I've grown my own springtails. Cool. Yeah, I'm approaching Bellport now. What we should do is probably do it in deep space, just outside of the station. It's only a matter of time before I get interdicted here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and go dock while I wait. I'm surprised I was parked in this system. It's a very populated system for like 10 minutes, and yeah. No, not 10 minutes. It just feels like 10 minutes. Nobody interdicted.
Docking request granted. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Bonk. Sorry, see what I get when I'm typing in a different window.
Landing gear deployed.
Come on, get it. Get it. Ah, thought I was closer.
Engines disengaged.
But yeah, this mining expedition has been really fun and super, super lucrative. People are having a really good time, sort of just getting out there, mining in groups, logistics, coordinating with the banks, making donations, taking payouts. It's a pretty great system, if I do say so myself. I didn't come up with it. I said that like I invented the system. No, credit goes to the Void Walkers as far as I know. Smoke, my former squadron leader in the Void Walkers, and one of the community leaders in the Galactic Academy. If you hang out in the GA Discord, you've probably seen Smoke. He is probably credited, I should credit him as the mastermind, though he may demur if you were to say that to his face. He and others in the Voidwalkers have devised this wonderful supply chain logistics system wherein you have teams of miners outside of the bubble, beyond pirates, outside where there are rich fields of minerals, teams of miners that collect minerals and bring them back to players who are playing the role of bank. Those bank ships then accept minerals and redistribute limpets to the miners to go out and collect more. We have a rolling sequence of payouts. So the poorest commanders will come and collect their payout. They'll go and cash it. When they come back to the mining expedition, they bring limpets to resupply the banks, and then they go out and collect and relieve the next round of payees, who then come back to the banks to make their deposits, take a withdrawal, and then go sell and return with limpets to relieve the next round of miners. It works really well. Uh, and could we all just go out and mine on our own and make money? Sure. Sure, we could all just go do our own thing and be alone and mine in our own separate areas. Could we all go to Boran to the triple LTD hotspot? Sure, we'd have to sit in private group to avoid all the pirates, and the hotspot is ravaged, so we'd get less payout. In this manner, through working together, through a little extra work on top, and coordination, it's actually possible to make a ton of money for a lot of people, and people who may not necessarily have been able to get it on their own. Like Matt Dark Pro here, for example. He's got a relatively short range, not a lot of credits. It's not entirely feasible for him to make a 1,000 light year journey outside of the bubble to, do some mining and then another 1,000 light year journey back in. So in certain occasions, we do play a remote bank. So I've flown into the bubble with a haul to make a donation to a couple people. Oh, it's not so bad, Matt. So down in Shirodo, I think Shirodo's like 300 light years away. It's not 1,000, it's like 700 light years. You go down to Shirodo. There's a neutron star there that we use to give us a nice boost out. It's like 7 to 12 more jumps out to the mining region. Spend a day or two there. You're going to mine, make a deposit, mine, make a deposit. Then you'll make a withdrawal, and you'll fly out and get your cash out. I tell you, it's extremely worth it, though. Once you leave the bubble, you can log in and out with impunity. You'll never get interdicted by a pirate. And this triple void opal hotspot that I'm in, you can't take 2 steps without stubbing your toe on a void opal rock. The same thing with the Benitoite, the Alexandrite, all the other stuff. Hey, Torkel, good to see you. Yes, head to Bellport. Exigius fell ill, and so he's actually not participating in this one. We were going to have him out so he could observe the method, and he was going to pause. I mean, it was all, we were discussing it with him, doing a little video to explain the method, or maybe a stream, but he did, he fell a little ill, and then he had a previous stream he was going to do, but again, this is something that anybody can do with their group of players if they have an active and engaged group of players. Future mining expeditions, we hope to do, okay, only 500 to the hotspots. Thanks, DX. Fact check. I love a fact check. All right, Matt, let me, yeah, go ahead and, why don't you navlock on me? And then, uh, well, okay, dock at Bell, sell that bio waste, buy limpets, and then come on. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Fixed it. All right. Very good. So what we're going to do in the future is more mining expeditions, and we can open them up to the public. So as I'm kind of building I've got a small audience, but I'm plugged into some other streamers with larger audiences. I could very easily market this mining expedition and get the word out. Um, Now at that time, then things get even more interesting. Once you've made the event public, Torkel, now we'll need, armed escorts and things like that. Right now it's private. We're doing it all in PG, and we're kind of, the locations are not, top secret, but we haven't been public about this stuff. Matt, you're finally here.
Flight assist off.
Take these awful, awful things off my hands. These void opals are burning a hole in my pocket. I want some science news that isn't about the coronavirus. Like, come on. Oh, didn't they just launch the solar observatory? I think the Ariane 5 rocket last week sent up the solar observatory. Oh, I got a cool video to show you guys.
Flight assist on.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. No. Wrong browser, fool. So get a load of this. This is really cool. We have a. This is the Ariane 5 rocket. Um, oh, Atlas 5. Pardon.
You haven't had a break for so.
No, I'm not making you guys listen to that YouTube advertisement.
1-0 and ignition and liftoff of the Atlas V with the Solar Dynamics Observatory.
The Solar Dynamics Observatory. It's going to be a really, really powerful tool in our ability to observe and study the sun's atmosphere. So I'll click forward a little bit because it's just a rocket going up. We've all seen rockets going up. The scale is so hard to comprehend. The scale and the speed and the weight of that thing. I actually haven't. Torkel, I'm lazy. Today I'm going to look at BTTV and before you even ask. And the ad block I have not put on my Firefox browser. I kind of hastily threw together my whole stream thing. And part of that hasty step, there it is. Part of that hasty step was just getting us sanitized. Oh shit, this one's 10 years ago? Then this isn't the one that somebody sent me a bum. I've been deceived. I've been deceived. Oh, there was a similar phenomenon happened in a more recent launch, but it wasn't as pretty. That's why. Okay. So with BTTV, I take it I'll be able to make and have more custom emotes that aren't necessarily tied to bit rewards or subscriber badges. Is that right? It's cool, Matt. Fly directly towards me. Thanks. Yeah, fly directly towards me. About 20. I want to be like a good chunk away. I've had NPCs actually steal goods. So I'll just wait here. This will be good. Yeah, I was trying to get some good science news, but everybody wants to talk about coronavirus. Oh well. And not much to say about it. The Asian battleship Yamato. Like intentionally sunk? You mean the classic? Oh yeah. Was just sunk. You mean the World War II Japanese battleship? With a length of 863 feet? Which carried 7 Nakajima E8N or Nakajima E4Ns? It was sunk on April 7th, 1945. Okay, Matt. I was just reading about the Battle of Yanakajima. Yano. Fuck. One of those Sengoku era battles between Usagi Kenshin? I forget. Alright, Matt, so to make the transfer, what we're going to do is position ourselves belly to belly. Take a look at the stream. I'm making hand gestures. So we're going to position ourselves belly to belly, so our cargo scoops are facing one another, and about 800 meters to 1 kilometer apart. So look at my stream. Right now, this is what it looks like when I've got my belly to you. So you can see I've got the line. You know, your surface blip is directly on my center marker, and the line extending down is there. You're about 255 meters away, so I'm going to get a little bit like that. 800 meters should be good. And now, yeah, rotate your ship so that my ship looks the way that your ship does on my screen. So yeah, I think that so long as I don't know the Type 6 well enough to identify which side is the top or the bottom there. But, yeah, looks good. All right. I have heard of Lemino. Isn't that a like a little? Anyway, um, what? I'm waiting. Nose to nose also works fine. Yeah. So long as we're not facing opposite directions. The trick is to make sure that our cargo ports are more or less in the same orientation so that either the limpets like this can go back and forth or like this and they can just go back and forth from the pile. Because when I dump my pile of void opals, they're going to float down in space and stop somewhere in between you and I, and then your void opals have a direct path to, or your limpets have a direct path to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and abandon. Usually we do 40, but since you only have one scoop or one limpet, I'm going to do 25 on the first drop. All right. What's that? They're still drifting slightly. Open your cargo scoop, my dude. There you go. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't see any explosions, but I certainly heard it. That might have been your limpet then. I don't know. Oh no, the limpet error was because your cargo scoop was down. Was closed. Oh, I see him. I'm trying to position this viewfinder so I can get a solid view. You can probably thrust down a little bit to get a little bit closer. It looks like it's taken 5 or 6 seconds for your limpets to make it to the pile. So I'd say go ahead and get a little closer if you're comfortable. Yeah, thrust downwards. If you get close enough, you'll have a nice bing bong bing bong. Bing bong bing bong. What the fuck did I just say? What the fuck? Okay, so the launch that I was thinking of was on February 9th. A refuel? Well, of course. I mean, when you dock to sell, you can refuel it right there at Bell. That's all right, dude. Okay, so the solar orbiter from the ESA is actually going to be in a polar orbit around the sun. That's pretty neat. So they'll actually be paying attention, more attention to the sun's poles. Torkel, to answer your first question, cargo racks. I want him to be able to hold 100 of these. I guess I could have had him do that, but he was here. I wanted to get him making money. You bought multiple limpets because this limpet's going to die eventually. And so you'll need to fire the next one. And you can jettison any extras because they're dirt cheap. I know this is not exciting for everybody. I'm sorry. Here. The path that the solar orbiter will take around the sun. We don't need to make it more exciting. All right. So, Matt, the way that that works is for the push-ups, I keep a tally. So that's the 7th. Once I hit a set, 10 or 20, I'll stop and give you guys the set. The give a dog a bone works immediately. You want 7 push-ups right now? Come on. Wait till at least 10. Hang on a second. I'll go get a treat for the doggo though. Yeah. Yep. I muted it so you didn't have to hear me clunking around. All right, looks like you're picking up the last 2 now. So I'm gonna drop another 25. What's up? Just play with it. Planet 9. Planet 9 could be a primordial black hole. Let me look this up. Fuck. Let's see here. Got messages. What's up, Muff? Good to see you, girl. Seriously though, I saw your message. Where are you at financially? I know you're not a new commander, but where you at financially? Oh, look at all the love going on in this squad chat right now. Okay, cool. And you got a trade elite. Our next expedition, we hope to make it somewhat public. Great. All right, cool. You would be low on our list of donees anyways. Right now I'm playing as remote bank and doing a little delivery for some of our newest commanders who have not yet the jump range. Muff. Smells a little fishy. One of the things I was thinking about doing near the end of the expedition, if we've paid out all the people that really need it, sometimes you'd be surprised, it can be hard to find people to give void opals away to. Sometimes you're out here like, hey, who needs this shit? And everyone's like, no, I'm good. I've got plenty of money. Everybody's really cool about, wanting the poorest commanders to get the payout. But what I think would be fun is do reverse interdiction or reverse piracy. So just fly around near the starting zones and just interdict new commanders and force void opals on them. And just run them down, interdict them, like take their shields down, make it really scary, and then be like, hey, congratulations, you're today's lucky winner. Here's a dozen void opals. Like, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, I couldn't imagine being at 190 million. Nice. That's pretty good. We definitely have some high record bounties. 1 void opal. Here it's about 700,000 credits. It's a little low here. Last night it was 1.9. What up, War? Good to see you, buddy. It's War! Oh, can I show you this video? Hang on. Game Grumps. Yeah, Toad War. This is something that we always play anytime our faction goes to war. I just put this on blast. I love it. You guys ready for this shit?
Oh, this game is wonderfully easy. It's disturbing to see that toad with a spear. By the
Oh
way.
yeah, like army toad.
Damn.
Everybody march! Just bum 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 bum.
The fucking Nine Inch Nails theme from 300 starts playing.
Oh, what was it? It was like a wow, bum, bum. No, that was Pacific Rim. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nice airship.
Yeah, it's all right, I guess.
There's no Final Fantasy.
I mean, it's fucking Bowser's airships, so.
Oh shit.
Yeah, thanks for complimenting my enemy.
Sorry.
Mortal enemy.
Oh, whoa! This took a fucking really serious turn.
Yeah, that's why they got the spears. Now they're like, fight! Launch the cannons! You see like limbs flying
Oh
everywhere.
god.
We won't let those fuckers take this land! Isn't that right, Toads? Right! They'll get in their like jet fighters and they're like, launch the nukes! Pew! Whoa, check it.
Fuck, man.
No, Toad! Go on without me, Toad!
Jesus
I
Christ.
won't let your intestines fall out anymore, Toad!
This got really serious.
I love it. We're going to war! I can't do it. I don't want to scream. My wife is asleep, but I could do that. I've got a powerful falsetto. All right, here comes 25 more, Matt. I don't know what. Let me see. It might be in the in the description here. Yeah, it's from Game Grumps. Maybe the comments say. Come on, comments. Tell me. Come on, YouTube comments. Come through for me, YouTube comments. I know that you haven't been the best in the past, YouTube comments. I know. Yeah, how many have you collected now, Matt? What's in your storage now? Because I've hopefully just over 50. 15 is safer from explosions. You have 40. Okay, so we have lost some. Dang it. All right. Well, I guess we'll do them 15 at a time then. We'll try that. It's funny because at the banks, we're making deposits into our bank vessels for redistribution. And at the banks, they're doing them 40 at a time. And I have not seen any explosions there. I wonder if it's like an instance thing, where sometimes you'll load into an instance and you'll have this collision issue. The YouTube comments are not coming through for me on what game they're playing. Here's a comment. Roses are red. My name is Jake. The part you're looking for is 058.
We won't let those fuckers take this land!
I need to cut that. And isolate that and get it for the stream. You shot them. It is pretty good. Yeah, builds are good for mining. No, in the Voidwalkers Discord there are some mining builds. Also in the Ishtar Discord under shipbuilding or ship builds, we should have a couple there. You can make a decent Type 6 miner. Now, if your Scout rank, or if your Exploration rank is not Scout or higher, you will definitely get that on the expedition, and you'll be able to start unlocking Engineers. And I'll arrange a meta-alloy drop, or meta-alloy trip sometime next week for the next round of new commanders. You're a Scout. Okay, cool. Have you got your... Oh, we already did your meta-alloy shit, didn't you? Yep. Sweet. I got a couple others who ain't done it yet. I love those little toads. Okay, so the Parker, or not Parker, but the ESA Solar Observatory isn't going to be in a total, it's not a polar orbit. It's just inclined enough. I wonder if they... Oh, they do bring it up, though. They elevate the hell out of that orbit, so it approaches polar. It takes a stupid amount of energy to move an orbit from an equatorial one to a polar one. If anybody here has played Kerbal Space Program, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, the amount of delta V it would take to get... I mean, so in the Kerbal Space Program analogy, the amount of fuel it takes to go from a low Kerbal orbit to the moon and back is still less than the amount of fuel it takes to incline your orbit into a polar one. Yeah, I love KSP. I've got a shitload of hours in it too. Been playing it since, like, not alpha, but one of the early beta releases. I got my hipster hat on for KSP. It has taught me so fucking much. It's an amazing learning tool. Where would I be without it? Alright, I'm going to try 15 Vopals now. Oh, KSP2. I just read you writing that, War, and like my heart skipped a beat. I got physically excited. It looks so fucking cool. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, here comes 15. Let's see if they die. Okay. Okay. Nothing there. No explosions there. Yeah, multiplayer is confirmed. How is that going to work? How does multiplayer in Kerbal Space Program work when you've got all this time dilation? Like, what if, like, if I'm on Elu, what am I doing? So, like, I'm landing a ship on Elu for some, in situ resource acquisition, refueling, mineral collection, whatever. But you're waiting on a transfer orbit to the moon, and you want to go up to 10,000 times speed. How do you reconcile that gameplay? Or are they going to repackage that multiplayer and make it more like ship functions? So we can only multiplayer when we're together on, when we're together in the same instance or something. You have to go in 7 minutes. All right, that's fine. Collect what you can. Give yourself 4 minutes to just fly down and sell. So I'll take whatever you can't take here. Looks like, yeah, go ahead and keep. Oh, 20. Thank you, DX. That's very useful information. It's so funny. I've been playing this game for so long, and I know a fair amount about it, but there's always little details that you don't know until somebody comes along and shares them. DX says 20 is the cap for jettison near station, I think, and 89 for deep space. That makes sense, because, yeah, we're dumping them 40 at a time in deep space at the banks, and that's not a problem, but that follows. EIC? Who dat? Ike? Ikes? Oh, East India Company. Very cool. I'd take their word on it. Excuse me? Again, I didn't see anything explode. I know, I was going to say, I know a different Ike. Ike Katz. Speaking of which, how you doing today, Muffin? How was your day? I think it's fun to think that, like, while I'm sleeping, or you usually get up right as I'm going to bed. And so while I'm just laying there doing nothing for like 8 hours, meanwhile, you're out on the other side of the world just doing shit, living your life. Man, life sure is crazy, ain't it? Okay, I think Matt. Whoop. Oh, there you are. I lost you there for a second. Bought groceries, cooked a lot, baked a lot. Life sounds good today. Got curling practice. You curl. That's like the Scandinavian ice sport. Bicep curling. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Well, Muffin, I'm glad that today was a relief if the last few days were hard. I had a pretty like not hard week, but it was challenging. And so I am glad that it is the weekend, and since I am, due to the generosity of Caustic Nomad and a couple other really cool people, you know, I'm here sitting at 10 subscribers after just over a month of streaming, which I think is just crazy. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited. All right, that's 8. Muffin, tell me before you go, because I'll do the push-ups before you have to leave. We're at 8 right now. If you guys can get me a full set, that'd be great. 10, 15. It'd be a good way to wake up. All I've got in me is coffee, though, so it's gonna be make them cheaper. I will. Here, let me do that right meow. You're making me blush again there, Muffin. I try to be the right amount of smartass. Trust me, it has been a process of modulation of my attitude over the years. Of careful consideration. And also, you know, respecting the impact. Oh, of course, yeah, I'm not going to take your spot. It's all you, buddy. There we go. Let's see here, and also I've got some fun things that I want to do in the channel that in the coming months I hope to really roll out. I want to structure it a little bit more to make it kind of actually like an actual show, you know. So I want to do segments. I want to do guest spots where once a week I'll get in a Skype call or a physical sit-in guest who has something nerdy that they're passionate about that they want to share. Oops, that was a rough landing, Matt. Let's see here. So I want to go to preferences, affiliate, right? No, it's community, channel points, manage rewards, drop and give me N. That is too expensive. So I did set the limit to 20 per stream, and I'll make it 175. And I'll do them in 10 push-up sets so y'all don't fucking wreck me. There you go. You're a millionaire. You can land as hard as you want. You got doors that go like this. I want a spaceship with doors that do this.
Flight assist off.
When you're in Tres Comas, you can have a spaceship that works however you want it. Sure, I can dock. I'll take some docking. I'm just doing some flight assist off silliness. I love this weird like spinny radar dome thing. What is it doing?
Flight assist on. Flight assist off.
Did it deny me?
Docking request granted.
Trying to post some strange emotes in my stream?
Landing gear deployed.
Oh. Come on. I don't dock and flight assist off very often because it's just so bouncy.
Flight assist on. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Oh, trying to copy Torkel's. Ah. Ooh. I like this one. I gotta make some more. I gotta make some more emotes for that Bit TV thing. Feel free to make any suggestions of any emotes that you guys want to see. I know that there was some talk of me doing some cat butt emotes because the cats often come right in here and just show their ass. So this is interesting because it's a high-tech economy that is buying these Vopals at a high price. Also interesting, 717. Is this market value going back up? I want to compare this against some other stuff. So look, the demand has dropped proportionately to the amount that I sold, but the value is still the same. Now I'd be interested to see this market in 10 minutes to see if that number updates. 717K. Alright, Matt, thank you so much, dude. It was fun. I'm glad you got hooked up. 717, 995. I only had 23. It might not have been enough to have a significant impact on the market. It's true. There might be thresholds rather than a gradient of demand versus price. They might have been a little more blocky with it, right? There could be a series of thresholds. As the demand goes down, the price will go down with it. Or it could be, I wonder if it's an all-at-once thing too. We'd have to do experiments with a large haul. At Harrow? Oh. Was it just a little bit more there?
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Dorn. Well, thanks for telling me now, Torkel. That's quite alright.
Frame shift drive charging.
Alright, so I made those changes. Push-ups are now cheaper. Patch notes. Dell's Diversions patch notes. Push-ups are moderately cheaper. That's cool. Apparently, one of my squad mates is out there in a mining wing out in the fields, and he's working as a prospector ship. So he's flying ahead of the miners and prospecting. All right, there's 10, 11. All right, I can do that. 12. I'll wait till you're done.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh yeah, I'll be here in 20 minutes, for sure. For sure. I'll see you when you come back. I'll do those push-ups when you come back too. Torkel, you okay waiting 20 minutes for your push-ups? I can do some now and some later if you want.
Frame shift drive charging.
Thank you, and I will. Hilarious deaths are the least we can ask. My goal is to hit 5 billion credits before fleet carriers drop, because I would very much like to have a fleet carrier when they drop. I have to have one for the squadron. It's only just. It's only fair. I just waiting for more information. Man, did you see this concept art that FDev put out? You find him on Twitter. So they released some early concept art from Elite Dangerous. Let's see if they've got it up here. Here it is. So, on their Twitter, we've got what appears to be a frameshift drive at the back of a spaceship. The fuck is that? What is that? I know, exactly. And what's funny about this is I'm sure Torque will ignore everything on their roadmap until it's actually in game. I agree. That's all you can do, because I'm sure this is early concept art that they're dragging out and releasing. Not to say that it's. I mean, I'm sure. I feel somewhat confident that they really are planning on doing space legs in some way or another. Whether it's good or not is up for debate, but and I'm sure, I believe that this is just more of them trying to tease, saying, hey, look, we have some of these in-ship assets. They are here. Maybe just, or they're really tone deaf and they're just releasing early concept art that is irrelevant to anything on their roadmap, which is also possible. That they just don't know how to market properly. I know, I'm going to go there. I'll talk about space legs. Right, I'm sure they're planning it. If nothing else, we'll have space legs on our ships, we'll have space legs on our fleet carriers, and we'll have space legs on our surface bases. That's what they'll offer. Will we be able to get out and walk around on the surface in a spacesuit? I don't know. Would we be able to, in deep space, get out of our spaceship and look at the exterior of it? I don't know. All that is a lot. I really love the way that Space Engineers does that stuff. Some of the most exciting gameplay events I've had is in Space Engineers when you do the 2 crashed megaships, or basically you go to the 2 megaships load, and then you fly one way out, and then you fly it into the other, so then they crash, and they get all tangled up in each other because of the voxel mechanics. Everything warps and crashes into itself, and they're all tumbling through space, and then you're inside of this spaceship that's tumbling and flying, and then there's no gravity anymore because the power plants got destroyed in the collision, and it's really thrilling to go down this, this corridor that's swirling around you, and you have to find that axis of rotation to actually make your way through the ship. It'd be neat to have those kinds of experiences in Elite. Because they did add, somewhat recently, the blacking out effect that happens if you're in a deep gravity well and you pitch too hard. You take too many G's, you'll tunnel vision out and your ship will level. You'll lose consciousness for a minute. Whatever vector you're on, you'll follow that tangent for a moment as you lose consciousness, and then you come back. So anyway, there's that frame shift drive or warp nacelle. I don't know. Yeah, it is good, clean fun. Until it's clean up until the point that they vomit all over their remlock. You know. Cleanup fees for that. I think it's almost time for a second cup of coffee. last night we were talking about some of the possibilities of fleet carriers as far as, because, you know, we're on this mining expedition. We've got this wonderful logistics set up, this really kind of complex but effective supply chain. The system of banks and miners works really well, and it really maximizes the output towards the group contributing. What we were discussing, what possible features would a mining fleet carrier have that would, you know, do some of this work for us? What might that look like? And we're not sure. Oh, you killed them after they clogged with your caustics? That's so satisfying, dude, to just get that's like a nade kill where you throw it over a wall and you kind of forget about it, and a few beats later, kill. You're like, oh, chef's kiss. It's so good. We were wondering, like, will the mining fleet carrier, will multiple commanders be able to donate, store actual commodities on there? Will it have its own market? Will it sell modules and commodities? Could it have a shipyard? Don't know. What do you think? In the chat, you guys think that... I've heard some people say that this supply and demand tweak that they made recently was in anticipation of introducing some kind of commodity storage. I agree, I hope so, but I'm not enough of an economics nerd to really be able to conceptualize in what ways players would be able to break the game doing that, because I know FDev is cautious of that. They're cautious of giving us the ability to just really fuck with the markets. So what happens if you've got a mega school? What if we get 10 mining fleet carriers and fill them up with void opals completely, or LTDs or whatever, and wait until the market is high and then sell 30,000 tons of void opals at once? Like, just let's imagine, total hypothetical, however many fleet carriers that would take to have full of these commodities, and then we literally bomb the shit out of the market. Yeah, it's still not proper supply and demand, of course. It seems to be like a galactic, or at least within the bubble. Like, these sales that we're making, the sales I make at Bell, or, you know, wherever I sell them, they don't just have a direct impact on the supply and demand in that market only. Also, I was surprised it was a high-tech market that was buying all those void opals, rather than a refinery market. So I want to pay attention to what kind of economies are making these purchases.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, shut up, heat. I don't care. I used to be so afraid of heat. It's a scary... When you're a new commander, that little heat meter there is one of the scariest goddamn things in the game. Shit you not. The sparks flying out, the sirens, the smoke. It's scary as fuck. You're like, oh my god. I thought that if I, for years, for like a year, I thought that if my heat crossed above that second line into that last little meter, I thought I'd just explode. I thought I was literally just gonna pop if I went past a certain level of heat. Oh, wait a minute. Is my car ready? Uh-oh, the dealership is recommending additional service. The latest heat record? Yeah, what was the number? I know it was stupid. No wiper blades, no wiper. Yeah, I knew they were going to try to do all this shit. Don't do any of that. 45. That's going to be an additional... What's that? $55. $100. They want $100 more to do 2 wiper blades and an air filter. Fuck you guys. I'll do that myself. Yeah. Fuck you guys. I ain't doing that. Deferred, deferred, deferred. Yes, okay. So, we're back to the original total. Will not be added. Awesome. That's nice. They sent me a little text and just had a link that went straight to a little web utility where I could deny all those services.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
$812,591%.
Frameshift drive charging.
Good God. Was he just firing rails in between a trinary, like a close trinary? You got like Gauss cannons and a star is all you need, right? November 7th, 2019. That seems right. Let's look at it, stream.
Fuel scooping.
Previous record, 49,173. Alright, so it's going right into a white dwarf. Very good. Those are real hot. Alright, in an anaconda, multi-cannons.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, APAs and multi-cannons. Oh, and he's playing this song. Hell yeah. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit though so I don't get nailed with it. Man, look at that going up. 10,000. Oh, he's gonna beat it easily. Oh boy. Out, he just smashed the record. Oh no, what was her? Yeah, he's holy shit. Wow. This is not it? Oh, you're right. He only got to like 55. Three months ago. I mean, this is the one. It's the right channel, though. Alright, let's go back. Okay, this is the Heat 2020 Heat Olympics. Oh, is he one of your... He's one of the code boys? Good on ya. I like the snowflake baubles is a great touch. I like that style. Oh, and the heat scale on the side. Surface of the sun. Hottest planet found. I love that he's got the reference on the side. That's awesome. Temperature of a nebulous gas. Newly formed star. Heat of a lightning strike. But we don't know actually what temperature all this is, though. What's 22,000% in Celsius? Some mad lads calculated it. Okay, so I take it. Let me guess how they might have calculated it. I mean, obviously you've got they probably had some cannon research, hand wavy science about how much heat the ship generates. But you can also talk about black body radiation in space and talk about how much of that heat is lost in general. Ooh, I wonder if they used the frost on the windshield as a baseline. I was trying to think of what you could have as a baseline, and I wonder if the ice forming on the inside of your cockpit, you could calculate that, because that happens at what temperature, at what percentage on the cockpit. Then we go, all right, so that's freezing, or that's the temperature where these ice crystals can form on the surface, and then they can work up from there. That's my guess. They went with the ice. You just shoot mans. That is neat. Dude, it's crazy. Alright, so now he's blowing past Ratchet's heat record at 144%. What's that floating, I love this floating ship panel he has there. Oh no, that's just edited in. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. Goodness. Alright, we're about to head back out to the minefields. I just gotta refuel, stock up on limpet so I can top off a bank, and then I'll start collecting LTDs or benitoite, because those are the valuable commodities right now.
Landing gear deployed.
Potential estimates based on when electronics would take damage. Okay, that's interesting, but we don't. I don't like that. No, I reject that, because we don't know what these electronics are made out of in 3305. But in 3305, water is still made out of the same stuff, and it still freezes at the same temperature. They need to check their math again. They need to do a low temperature run to see exactly what percentage the first ice crystals appear on the windshield, and then work up from there. That's my my non-expert take. Right, because I mean, in the last 20 years, the materials that our electronics have been made out of, and their heat resistances and their ability to withstand different kinds of abuse, has rapidly accelerated. So who knows what they're using in 3305? If we have Raxlins growing our ship hulls and chassis, you know, out of some strange Raxlin technology. Wait, why am I looking at that? I don't want that.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Yeah, they're probably just a little bit... Right, because they set their baseline at the high end of the threshold. Makes sense. Alright, so now I've filled up on limpets, and I'm ready to head back out, and I'm going to resupply any banks with limpets if they need them, and I will also be resupplying... Where are we going? HIP 3301. Oops, that's wrong. I think it's 3001 actually. That's more like it. Oh wait, I clicked away from the video for a moment. My first record attempt with this layout before optimization. Yeah, that's a nice humble brag. I like that. My first record attempt before optimization. Ain't no thing. Oh, the next one? Hang on.
Your ship is now detached. Please fly carefully as you leave the facility.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
The belt buckle you accidentally touch with your arm on a hot day. Yes. Yes. I once had a poorly designed pair of jeans when I was a Boy Scout, and we were camping, and I love fire. I was sitting right on the fire. I love it, and
Scan detected.
and I stood up, and then the shape of my pants changed, and the blazing hot zipper made contact with my Johnson. And I sat down so fast. It was incredible. Yeah. Poorly designed pants. Burned my penis. I burned it. It didn't actually do damage. It didn't burn it. It was just very hot and uncomfortable. All right.
Tango Alpha November. Welcome to this Imperial station. Please submit the docking request.
Drive charging.
Friendship drive. I just gotta send some chats.
Fuel tank disengaged. Frame shift.
You know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm gonna take the dog out. I'm gonna take a quick break, a breezy. Get myself a little walk around breezy, because we're at an hour and a half now. So I think for the sake of ergonomics, for the sake of my body, I'm gonna just take a minute, step outside with the dog, do a couple little things, and then I'll be right back. And we'll do some mining, and we'll pull up some other news of this. This break will give me a second to pull up some fun shit to talk about too, because I want things to be interesting for y'all. Procrastinate enough? Well, I'm happy to facilitate. Always a pleasure. Since I've got you guys here, I want to give thanks to a couple people that have helped me kind of get my direction and get my feet on the ground on this. The first is Jono. He's actually a pretty successful YouTuber over on the YouTube side of things. He plays Pokemon, other mobile games, VR a lot as well. Jono Plays on YouTube. He's really cool, super positive guy. He gave me a lot of information. He was really generous with his time and his resources. So thanks to Jono. Shout out to all the subs and followers so far. You guys are awesome. I'm flattered and I'm humbled, and I want to do right by you. So I'm actually really inspired by the interest that I've seen here so far and the engagement I've seen. So I want to try to produce some stuff for you guys. I actually want to make some things that are worth your time and attention. Now, produce is a pretty strong word because I don't have a whole lot of production experience, but I really like the live content format. It's enjoyable. It fits my lifestyle. I don't have the time to really sit down and produce and work something out. I got a job, I got friends, I got a family, I got my daughter to raise, I got a wife to keep happy, and all the things that come with owning a home and keeping up and all that shit. I don't have time to sit and spend 12 hours a day editing YouTube video. It's just never going to happen for me. But if I can make people feel entertained and interested just on the fly like this, then I'm going to pursue that. And I want to do that for you guys' sake. So, again, thanks, Torkel. Appreciate you being here, and everybody else who is here. I appreciate you too. But yeah, if you like Pokemans and VR games, check out Jono. He's cool. I like his stuff. Dell 2020. It's a bit late to start my campaign. My coworkers do joke about me running for president sometimes, so that'd be awful. I'm never going to run for president. So stop asking, everybody. Jeez. Okay, I've made it to the neutron star. I'm going to... where's my bidnik? Alrighty. My good people, if you can stick around, I'll love you for it, because I'm going to be back in less than 10 minutes. I'm just going to take some steps, get another cup of coffee, get myself ready for another probably hour and a half of streaming. Hour and a half, 2 hours? I don't know, depends on when my car is ready. They said it was going to be ready around noon. So, great. Real good. That gives me time. Oh, nice muffin. Good timing. Alright, well then here's what I'll do. I was just going to take a little 7-minute break, but since you're back, let me run those push-ups. Let me run those push-ups that I owe y'all. All right. low dips. Gotta go all the way down. Nose on the carpet. Yep, first thing in the morning. That's breakfast. Push-ups for breakfast. Oh, that's actually not healthy. I should eat something. All right, listen, I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm going to put some toast in the toaster, put some water on the boil, take the dog out, and then I shall return. Be right back. Hey, hey everybody. Wait, I'm gonna go like, okay, it's a little bright now. Fix that a little bit. There we go. Hello. So yeah, actually, I had a thought when I was first starting streaming. It would be fun to do. Oh, there goes my water. It'd be fun to do a loading screen for my stream and come up with all the things like that I do to prepare for a stream, and have like a little GIF that just rolls through, like brewing tea, making toast, reticulating splines, like the Maxis humor as well. It'd be fun. Remember the SimCity loading screens? Hang on, there goes the water. Yeah, she's up now. She's gonna play some, probably Lego, maybe Lego Harry Potter, maybe the Lego movie game over there on the television. I'm trying to get her to play Tomb Raider, but she's afraid of dying. And I keep telling her, like, Tomb Raider, there's literally no consequence for dying. It just takes you back and you try again. And she's no stranger to, like, the horror genre. Like, she's actually not afraid of the monsters. She's just afraid of having Laura die. Now, in Tomb Raider, there are some really gruesome deaths. I don't know if she's quite ready for, like, watching the stake go up through her brain. Like, it makes me pucker watching that. I don't know if I want to make her do that. That sure is pretty. Oops. Where's my orbit line? I just did the moth to the flame. I was just like so mesmerized by that pretty blue-white light.
Frameshift drive charging.
Why does everybody say those things are dangerous?
4, 3, 2, 1. Temperature critical.
I know, I know, I know. Yeah, little python moth. Come on, let's get into it. Oh, it's dense down here.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Well, that was a messy one, but it did the trick. What's up, Lex? Good to see you, my friend. Where are we at? Here we are. Wait, where's my wing? Those are all squadron bookmarks. Soils. Oh, man. Lex. That sucks, dude. What are you got some bad symptoms, or is it just, like, annoying? Alright, they're in Soils. AX0, they're in the LTD B11. Okay. 2. There we are. Yeah, just annoying. That's, yeah, that sucks. Alright, let me grab my cup. Hang on. Why won't it take my... Do you see this? My range, 131. Oh, you know why? I think because... Why won't it take that jump? The jet cone boost. I have to like manually do my first jump. 130 light years. So Lex, what's going on is actually a really cool event that we had planned. It's a mining expedition that enables us to distribute riches quite nicely to commanders that need them. So it's actually kind of a complicated supply chain. There we go. It's a complicated supply chain where we have crowds of miners out in the field collecting the most valuable or among the most valuable resources that are on the market currently. And then we bring them back to bank ships who store and record all of the transactions. Miners collect payouts and they go sell their goods, and then they return to the bank ships with limpets. They restock the bank ships with limpets, and then they go out and they mine some more. We're helping new commanders as a priority, people with you know, very low funds, and people who have not yet made a trade rank, trade elite. So we're trying to get everybody as close to 1 billion credits as they can, and as unlocking Shinrai Tetesra as well. Muffin, I'm sorry. Listen. Are you in a squadron anyways? What's your deal? Tell your little tornado greetings from Germany. Hey, she's taking the name Mabel for the stream. Hey Mabel, you have a greeting from Germany, all the way from Germany. What time is it in Germany there now? It's like 6 or 7 p.m.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, Lex, it does, huh? 1 billion credits. 7:20 p.m. It's 7:20 p.m. there where she is. Other side of the world. She says hello. She says hi back. She's not sure what to do with a greeting from the other side of the world. Right now she's just playing with the cat. And the dog. Well, she's playing with the cat, and the dog is trying to play with the cat too. Oh, there we go. Intercepted. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'll point the camera down so you can see it. Sometimes the cat likes to take a dash right between me. He jumps up off the arms of the chair. Yeah, get him up on the couch again. See if we can do that route one more time. Yeah, so Lex, right now it is sort of a private event, this mining expedition, because we're ironing out all the details and the logistics and everything. But in the future, we're going to run these events again in a more public way, so that it'll be open to the public,
Warning.
which will be cool. It'll also open it up to a lot more, you know, interesting events and interesting encounters like piracy and things like that. All right, hang on a second.
Disengaged.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, dog's trying to start something. Oh, okay, let me map a couple of these high metal content worlds. So the way that it works is we have, leading up to the survey, we spent a couple weeks surveying well outside of the bubble, so that we could have a nice list of double and triple hotspots for all of the most valuable commodities. So we had our region surveyed. We found a couple neutron stars near the surveyed region, and then we started organizing. So some commanders play as banks, and they stay parked out near the mining regions with large cargo ships, and they store minerals that are mined by the miners. Is an exchange system. So if you're a miner, you will fly out in your mining ship full of limpets. You'll stop at a bank and deposit your limpets, your extra limpets, you know, keeping only the ones you'll need to fill your cargo hold. Then you'll go out and mine for a while. After you're done mining, you'll go back to a bank and you'll deposit your cargo, and you'll make a withdrawal of some more limpets, and you'll go out and mine some more. You'll do that for as long as you can stand it. Meantime, the banks are paying out mineral loads to all of the commanders that need it most. So we start with commanders who are just starting out, who have very little money, who, you know, have few ships. After that, we'll then circle around and we'll go to giving money out to the commanders who have not yet made elite trade, so that people can start unlocking their Jameson Memorial permit, and they can get, you know, they can get access to the system where all the modules are sold at a 10% discount. Guys, you guys want to see something comfy? Look at this cozy comfiness right here. We got throttle, stick. Wait, it's throttle, toast, coffee, stick. This is the breakfast of champions right here. I mean, come on. Come on. Let me give a shout out real quick to one of my biggest inspirations as far as just science communication goes. One of the things that keeps me motivated to talking about science and skepticism and critical reasoning is this podcast called The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. It's very, very good. It's a panel of skeptics and scientists who work together to denounce failures in critical reasoning and pseudoscience and woo. Lexington, say a person is at 40 million credits in balance. How would you get them near 1 billion? Well, this person would make a long journey out to our mining region, and they would meet with the banker, and they would say, "Hi there, I'm here to make a payout." And they'd go, "Oh, cool." They'd give you a full cargo load of whatever the most valuable resource is, whether it's benitoite, LTD, or void opals. The point is the banks hold enough of all of those to give out us a significant portion. So we'll fill you up with whatever that mineral is, and we'll tell you to go off somewhere to sell it. You'll go do that sale. Now you'll have a few 100 million more credits. Maybe you need to upgrade a ship so you can come back out. And then at that point, we encourage people who take payouts to then participate in the mining if you're able. Of course, we understand if you're brand spanking new and this first injection of cash is just what's going to get you to that combat ship you wanted, fine. But we do encourage people to stick around and help. So ostensibly, you'd get, you know, 300 million from your first payout, and then you could build a mining ship with a good jump range, and then you could come out and start mining. If you still don't have an elite trade rank after that, you'll still be high on the list on payouts. So you make a couple trips on the mining. It's really fun mining in groups, and it's actually, people are having a ton of fun just even the organizing and logistics of it. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from everybody participating in the expedition. It's been really cool. So yeah, we rinse and repeat that. You know, when we've got, I mean, I think we've got like 15, approaching 20 people out mining at some point, you know, round the clock. We've got this activity: mining, filling banks, distributing wealth. So that's how it's done. I mean, one step at a time.
Frameshift drive.
I'm gonna mute so you don't hear my crunch crunch.
Ready to engage.
So in practice, when the mining expedition is underway, we only have miners and bankers. The surveying phase happened in weeks prior. Now there is still some active surveying. You know, if I'm out and about and I see an icy ring, I'm going to scan it, see if we can find, because we still haven't found a triple LTD spot yet. We've got triple muscovite, triple void opal, triple benitoite, maybe only double benitoite, but So I'll do a little bit of surveying here and there. But for the most part, it's just miners and bankers.
Frameshift drive charging.
Peanut butter's so messy. Welcome back. I haven't gone boom yet. I've acquired coffee and toast. Because we don't use boron A2 for a number of reasons. First off, it is mined the hell out. It's also in the bubble, and so you're subject to NPC pirates as well as player pirates. Outside of the bubble, these mining spots are so incredibly rich. At the triple void opal spot, I couldn't go 100 meters without stumbling across a new rock. I mean, it is incredible how rich these deposits are. Additionally, you can log in and out with impunity. You will never see an NPC pirate this far out. And then the final benefit is it enables all of our commanders a chance to really get their exploration rank up. So you're out here.
Warning.
I'll show you where we are.
Capture critical.
So I mean, we're way out of the bubble, if you want to see. Now this is just the region we surveyed and found all these. If you go anywhere, if you go 200 light years outside of the bubble in any direction, you're going to be able to find vast untapped reserves of minerals. Thing is most people just don't want to go. They don't want to go that far. But there is reward. You know, you get all that exploration data. You can do a lot with it. And then you never have to run from a pirate either. Ever. At least not until you come back to sell.
Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, boron, everybody knows boron. Every pirate, every noob, everybody. And it won't be long before boron is cleaned out. And I mean, it goes through phases of being cleaned out as well, so it's like, eh. Will there be a supply chain back to the bubble when this goes public? What I've done already on this expedition once is acted as a remote bank. So I did some mining, and then I went to the bank and made a withdrawal. And then I went into the bubble to make a delivery towards some commanders who, you know, can't even afford a ship with a decent enough jump range. If your jump range is, you know, less than 15, you're not going to have a good time coming out to the expedition. And, you know, that first trip out and back to get a payout is going to be arduous. So we have done a couple of these where, you know, you come in, we'll have a remote bank come in and do a delivery at a sales station. But otherwise, we encourage our commanders to make the trip because it's good for your exploration rank as well. But as it is now, the supply chain mostly exists in the sense that, you know, we're running all of these resources back and forth, getting the limpets back out. Ooh, this is a newly discovered system. Nobody's been here before. I'm going to take a moment here. Hello? It's funny, you'll still find degraded emissions even way out here. Ooh. Lots of HMCs. This is a good system. moment, please. Okie doke. Yeah, Lex. So, keep in touch when, by the time we do I expect when the next mining expedition comes around, my Twitch community will probably have grown a little bit more, my Discord will be more fleshed out, and at the time that we're going to be hosting the event publicly, I'll be sure to make the announcement there. So you'll definitely see it. We'll get some graphics, we'll advertise it, we'll make a big deal out of it when it's a public event. I expect to run into some interesting challenges when it's a public event. We'll see some infiltration of private groups. We'll see some piracy. We might see the necessity to introduce armed escorts. Class 1. What am I calling it? The event doesn't quite have an official fancy name as of yet. Right now we've just been calling it the mining expedition because it's strictly been internal so far. Let me map this HMC. Yeah, it'll be fun when it's a public event, because then we can have. I mean, it'll be neat. It'll be huge. Can't imagine what it would be like with scores upon scores of miners out there working. I mean, right now we still have our banks filling up, but we have trouble finding people to give it away to sometimes. Speaking of which, let me check on that expedition channel here. Adam, are you still in the stream? Because I'm going to be doing some core mining, so I could easily give you some teaching on that. Bank rats would be incredible. Yeah, they probably will, or we'll organize it pretty strictly through private group connections. Let's see here. We got some landing pad. Wolfgang. I gotta shuffle some people in here. This has been one of the fun challenges of the mining expedition has been logistics and planning, and I think that's one of the benefits. Not only does this kind of large group activity present a lot of commanders opportunities to make money very quickly and increase their rank, and both in trade and exploration, there's a tremendous amount of soft skills that you learn doing something like this, just as far as communication, coordination, and logistics. It's been, I think that one of the things that people are finding rewarding is this sense of being a part of something bigger. You would think asking people to go out and mine and then just give away their minerals to a bank and then go mine some more, you would think that some people might be a little turned off by that, but tremendously positive. People love it because you're participating in something that's more than just your own need. And the gratitude from the new commanders who are suddenly enjoying a windfall of credits is pretty rewarding too.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Alrighty. Let me just map one more of these and then I'll be on my merry. Alrighty, cool. See you in a bit. Oh my god. Oh my god. This cat has fucking destroyed my desk chair. Has demolished it. So here's some cool news. That's what I was going to go to Twitter for. So I mentioned the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. One of those people on the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe is this scientist named Cara Santamaria. She's an incredible science communicator. So where was it? Where's her dang post? Oh, here's a pretty cool one. So there's a star that we've been monitoring near Sag A star, and it's been dive bombing. The star S62 has been doing these amazing dive bombs around Sagittarius A star. Or how do you keep old commanders with money from pretending to be poor and taking advantage of this opportunity? By not allowing trifling bitches into the event. When it's a public event, there's nothing we can do to stop that. But as a private event, I know that I ain't got no trifling bitches, and so people get what they need. Yeah, this is really an adorable kitty. I love it. I love my kitty. But for the most part, I mean, in the squadron at least, as squadron members, they're more or less required to be connected to Inara. And if they fully connect their accounts to Inara, then I can actually just see their account balance. You can see people's fleets and account balances if they set up their accounts in that way. But ultimately, if somebody wanted to cheat the system, there's literally nothing stopping them. Except sometimes people underestimate just how observant and transparent things can be in Elite. The walls have eyes, or the stars have eyes, I should say. That's probably more accurate. That's all I'll say on the matter. Yeah, let me pull up a story here. It's kind of neat. I've seen some footage of this kind of thing. So Sagittarius A star, the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy, has a solar mass of 4 million times. 4 million times the mass of our star. So, around Sag A star, there's a cluster of really superluminous stars. They're very young. And these are called S stars. That's what they've named the little family of stars that fly around the black hole in the center. So it says they form a group around the black hole about a quarter of a light year across, which is a few trillion kilometers. So one of the stars, S2, has an elliptical orbit that takes it to a distance of just 16 billion kilometers from the black hole as it travels on its elliptical orbit. Let me find footage of that, because S2 is the one that we've actually got imaging on. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to go to Firefox and take a look at this. So this is direct imaging, actual observations of the stars moving around the galactic center. So look here, this little guy here that warps around real quick, and then let's just replay. First off, you can see the gravitational lensing. You can see the gravitational lensing flip around here as the image, as the light is distorted by the mass of the black hole. But you can also see this one here, S2, whip around the black hole. Pretty darn neat. So that star, S2, gets within 16 billion kilometers of the black hole. Freaking cool, right?
Frame shift.
So, a team of astronomers has been looking even closer at the S cluster, and they found a new star, S62, and it shatters this record. It approaches down to 2.8 billion kilometers from a black hole. That's closer than the distance of Uranus to the Sun. That's amazing. So, when this star reaches periapsis, which is the lowest point in its orbit around the black hole, it's traveling at 200,000 kilometers per second, 6.6 times the speed of light. Here, let's get to that speed right now around this star if I can. To get to 6C, it won't let me do it this close to the star. I mean, we go many thousands of times C. Yeah, that's incredible. Look at that. So this is... There's a diagram of the stars in the S cluster, so this isn't an actual image. I see. So... That's neat. Settle down, everybody. Settle down. So this is the orbits of the 4 S stars, S62 in red, around the Milky Way's black hole. So the dots on the plots here are observed positions, and the lines are the calculated orbits. And the black hole is this small black line here. Wow. Neat. Yeah. That is a bold star.
Frame shift drive charging.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The other exciting story was the molecular oxygen being found around a quasar in a distant galaxy 560 million light years away. Just, you know, more pieces of evidence to support the stuff of life being evenly distributed in a uniform manner across the entire universe. I was once talking with my astrobiology professor about, I know, what a statement that is. I was talking to them about xenobiology, talking about like what kind of forms you would expect aliens to take, and he had a chip on his shoulder with most modern sci-fi. An understanding chip on his shoulder. You know, he said that it's obvious why we have humanoid aliens in science fiction, because we have humanoid actors. It's budgetation limitations. You can't have true representations of what real alien biology would look like. So we have to get funny foreheads and pointy ears and say there's an alien. But his main beef was always saying there's no reason at all that any alien life would have to look anything even remotely humanoid. And I agreed with him to a point. Yeah, it's a completely different, like if it's a different elemental based life form, if it's a silicone or you know, an arsenic based life form or something, who knows what forms it would take. But I think that there's something to be said for convergent evolution. We've seen it on Earth, and I've heard it said that it wouldn't be unreasonable to expect that natural selection is a universal force. We'd see natural selection in any ecosystem in the universe. That still makes some assumptions, but assumptions we have to make. Earth is a death world, and so all life is driven by the consumption and decay of all other life before it. Even the most passive vegetarian animals are completely dependent on death and decay. And so natural selection is the driving force, because you have death or reproduction and nothing in between. So on Earth we've had this driving force of natural selection that's driven us to the level of evolution that we have. His argument was there's no reason to believe that those same forces would be at play in an alien ecosystem or an alien life form. Well, I had a counterpoint, and I'll give it to you now. Convergent evolution. When you're talking about xenobiology, you are always limited by the data point of one that we have. We have one example of life. We know what life looks like in one situation, in one ecosystem, on one planet. But if you consider that natural selection may be a universal force, that it's at play in many worlds, we might see a convergent evolution occurring on a galactic or a universal scale. So have a look here. These two succulent plant genera, Euphorbia and Astrophytum, they are very distantly related, but they each have a very similar body form. In fact, they look a little bit like Thargoids, don't they? I think Thargoids have 7-way symmetry, though, not this nice 8. So my thought is that in our universe, there are certain constants, right? We would expect an advanced civilization to need to probably be able to make tools, I'd imagine, right? You have to be able to manipulate matter in a fine way to make tools so you can make technology. If this alien life form comes from a death world, then there's an even harsher driving force towards the advancement of technology and knowledge. So we'd probably expect any alien life form with advanced technology to have at least phalanges, right? Hopefully an opposable thumb, if not some kind of prehensile thing, right? You got to be able to do this. This is a requirement. Maybe they don't have 10 fingers, but I bet they have fingers, and they probably have thumbs. All right, when the wife gets up, we'll hook you. We'll do it. Now the other thing, we have bilateral symmetry, right? We've got oh, this channel has no viewers. Oh, we're talking about convergent evolution. I'm refueling. You really want to sit me refueling at a star? All right, we're gonna ban you, dude. How do we do that? There you go. Bye. Okay. So anyway, that was fun. So let's see. Hang on a second, I've got a message here. Some people just love to just shit places up. I was wiggling my fingers. We're talking about bilateral symmetry. So that's the other part of it. We need bilateral symmetry, right? We got to have bifocal vision so we can have depth perception, so we can see the predator coming for us. 2 ears gives us the same benefit. It allows us to triangulate locations so I can hear if that predator is behind me to the right or behind me to the left. So I do. I'm a wiggly kind of guy. So you might find that an alien life form would also have this bilateral symmetry, because it is the least complicated, most effective taxonomy to allow for manipulation of our environment and to allow for effective understanding of our environment. Sure, you could have trilateral symmetry, but that doesn't give you that much of a benefit over simple bilateral symmetry. I guess all of this is just a really complicated way of saying I think it wouldn't be too shocking to me if we met an advanced alien race and they looked at least somewhat similar to humans. I wouldn't be shocked. I know a lot of people would, because we expect them to look like, squidbillies or, intelligent clouds of neon gas. But no, they might be not uncommon from us. Now, being a silicon-based humanoid race, what if they have some kind of like chitinous skin? Or awesome, dude, I love it. If I can be out there starting productive arguments, I love it. I love it. Yes, go start an argument about xenobiological taxonomy for me, on my behalf. Go forth and annoy your friends with nerdy pedantism. Pedantics. And semantics, too.
Engaged.
Me, I said productive. I call it productive. We're looking at 2 more jumps. Sweet.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, oops, why did you jerk? I was just thinking about that loser that came into the stream a minute ago. It reminds me of those downvote. Like sometime in the last year on Reddit, it became this trend to have like downvote accounts to just see how many downvotes you can get. What a waste of time. This is just a waste of time. I got some DMs here. Effective wastes of time are a pleasure. There are some activities whose sheer purposelessness makes them highly valuable to experience. Highly valuable. Being edgy's always been in. When you're 13, it's like, what's the easiest way I can get attention? I know. Racism. Some lazy brain shit.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, I gotta make my limpet deposit, and then we'll be on to do some mining. Actually, what I'll probably have to do then is go get my car from the dealership, I think. Yes. I've received a message. My car is done being worked on. 3 songs in the whole week. I definitely do that, Muff. You know what I've been listening to a lot lately is Run the Jewels. I don't know if you like hip-hop. If you like hip-hop, you want to listen to some revolutionary shit that's just gonna light a fucking fire in your belly, listen to Killer Mike, listen to RTJ3, listen to Run the Jewels 2, listen to some music that'll fucking fire you up. It's good shit. It's like if metal and hip hop fucked and had a beautiful, beautiful love child. Girl, do you know RTJ? Do you know RTJ? Get on it. Run the Jewels. Listen to. Let me pull a link. I'm gonna send you to the first one that you want to hear. Or should I just play it on stream? It'll just mute the one part we're on, right? Like if it catches music. How's that work on Twitch? All right, yeah, I'll send you. Copy link. This music video is pretty dope too. If you like what you see there, then go to Spotify and listen to RTJ3, and then listen to the album just before that, Run the Jewels 2. They also, coupled with Snoop Dogg, they remixed Run the Jewels 2 as a cat album. So like all of the musical track is like cat sounds that they've mixed in. It's so good. So good. I love it. Yeah, do it. You should listen to like Lie, Cheat, Steal next, or Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck. That's a good one. I love these crazy fast approaches. Look at these. That's pretty similar to what a lot of their music. It has that vibe. It's kind of heavy. Yeah.
Flight assist on.
Yeah, it's the ass end of a cutter. Alright, so let's get into position. Let me get up on your belly. We go belly to belly here.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Let's see, 400 meters. Alright. Angus. No, he's not in stream. Take on Me. I love that song. That makes me think, can I show you a funny video? It's called Ready to Monday. This is not a slow version. This is just some sheer silliness. Be ready.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
No, this isn't what I thought it was. Here it is. I do this dance a lot. I'll just run down the street. It just makes me happy. I mean, something's wrong with you if this doesn't make you happy. Take on me. This is my favorite part, when they meet. It's just like two lost souls. There's magic. This guy with the suspenders is killer. Longer than I thought it was. Oh, we're ready for the next batch. Try this. But you know what, if you don't want to listen to the whole song. Okay, yeah. Gimme. Let's see, that leaves me with 112. Alright, I might do it after the stream so I can really love it. I'm going to be getting in the car here shortly to go get another car. Got to get in a car to go get a car. Guys, I don't want to ride Ubers, but the dealership makes me do it. Wonder if I can shoot a limpet. Oops. What if I plowed through the field of limpets and just blasted them all the way? You there. Is that just a spec? A non-real spec? Yes, it is a non-real spec. Gosh, you have 4 shots now. Hey, honey, hang on a second. I'll make the child do it. Guys, the dog's gonna start barking a lot because she's gonna do it. No, I'll let you guys get a payout because I'm gonna have to stop the stream here shortly for a short period of time. I'll probably be back on to stream some more later, but miss one. Oh, that's the next shot. Oh boy. 2 more. No, the misses still count. Ah! Thank you, sweetheart. You done well. You've paid my debts. Yes, indeed. We are promoting violence. I mean, only kinda. Alright then, so what's the deal? Are we gonna be... Child labor. Oh, we always say repeal child labor laws here in this house. She does a lot of chores. Washes all her clothes, folds them, puts them away. Makes us coffee in the morning. Cleans. She's good at cleaning. Kids are freeloaders, man. You gotta put them to work. You can't just let them have a free ride. Yeah. Yeah, small humans must work. I need to do something about this drift on my analog stick on my throttle here, because I do my yaw with that, but then sometimes it gets stuck with a slight drift to the right, and I have to overcorrect with the left. Alright, War. Thanks for coming by, dude. Yeah, I'll be on later on. We'll be doing some mining. If you want to learn some actual, like, some core mining strategies, I'm happy to share that. I'm all about helping spread the word. So, dude, thanks. Cheers. I'll catch you later, my friend. Peace has finally returned. Peace has befallen the land once more. Realize I don't have a scan on this ring, so I can't actually see where the hotspot is. It helps me to orient myself. Happy to help. Oh, my kitties have the sunshine spots now.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oops. Damn navlock. Stupid navlock.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, yeah, finish them taxes, Muff. It's almost time for me to do that too. Is tax season the same season in April in Germany as well? That is interesting. Das ist interesting. Where you at, dude? Is that landable? How nice.
Surface scan complete.
Most guys do it late, and I want to have my money back in a month or two. Yeah, that's smart. That's the way it is here too. Most people do it late. Alright, let's look at this hotspots here. We got one. Looks like just one, and then here's the other. Alrighty, let's see what we get here. Alright, geodesic. Can you hear me alright?
Flight assist off. Flight assist. Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright then, away we go to the LTD double. I am gonna have to, I'll stop the stream here in just a few minutes once I make this transfer. And then I will be back in a little bit later today, because I do want to, I do have to go take care of a couple things. But then it'll be time for a little bit more mining and streaming. Some of my friends have gone to Yosemite this weekend, which is cool. I'm jelly. I love going to Yosemite. Very lucky to live near such a natural wonder. People travel all around the world to go see Yosemite. It's pretty cool. You go to Yosemite and you go down to the valley floor and you hear a dozen languages. But at Matt, I'm just about to go do one more trade of distributing some limpets, and then I'm going to go mining myself here in this really close double low temperature hotspot. We're in the shadow here. I think Killa is not here right now. I believe he is. It's getting kind of late there for him, I believe. Let me see if Killa's on. You can always check that Discord. Killa is online. He's playing 7 Days to Die right now, giving himself a little break from mining. But if you need to reach him, you can be reached in the Discord, either ours or Voidwalker. Coal sector. Hang on a second.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got here.
Flight assist off.
I do like mining in the shadows of these worlds.
Flight assist on. Flight assist off.
It's pretty dark. It's been a year since I did any mining like this. I don't even know if I recall the method. Gonna have to prospect all these, I guess.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Water only.
Asteroid scan complete.
Guys, I like you.
Programming
Today I'm going to try to get my hands on some charcoal so I can build my little
prospector
filter system in my little terrarium I'm working on.
assist off.
Should be fun.
Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed.
Here we go.
Prospector limpet engaged. Flight assist on.
Only 4%.
Asteroid scan
Alright,
complete.
so we need to...
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
add water to ignore lists. That's good.
Programming limpet drone. Cargo scoop deployed. Programming limpet drone. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Oh, hello, Rock.
Flight assist on.
Well, I'm not sure if there is a visual way to tell with surface mining. I mean, I was gonna sort of figure it out anyway as I go through, because this one had a decent amount of LTD, only 4% LTDs, but it's a low content. Alright, so now it's depleted. Although, are there still stuff falling off of it? No. Okay, cool. This isn't the best build for surface mining. It's definitely better for core mining, because I'm only able to put 2 mining lasers and 3 limpets, so it's not the best, but it does the job. Yeah. Right, yeah, no, I am so well versed at core mining. I could probably do it without a pulse wave analyzer now. I still like to have it, but no, I'm solid on that. It's just regular mining that I'm actually kind of new to. I know that there's an angle that I want to hit, so as I'm beaming the rock, the minerals fly off in a certain direction, and I can position myself. I think like surface, I want to shoot kind of back at a 45-degree angle, so that as the materials fly off, my cargo scoop is positioned effectively. I think is the way that it wants to be done. Yeah, I mean, was very turned off by mining when I first saw it, and so I didn't do it. And then core mining came out, and that looked exciting. I was excited by that. I was like, yes, I want to blow up a rock. And so I did, and it was a good time. Isn't there? Oh well.
Limpet expired.
Thanks, Collector Limpets. Very good.
Cargo scoop detected.
I crash into it? I did. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun to set the charges right and do all that stuff. I kind of like it. I'm hoping that I'll find an LTD core out here. So why shouldn't there be?
Flight assist off. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet.
I just like core mining because I can also use my eyes to find valuable. It's just, I hate just going around looking for,
Flight assist off.
you know, just prospecting everything kind of sucks. So.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
All right, so if I recall,
Programming limpet.
they said get like, I'm trying to remember what I read on this. So if I shoot here, liquid oxygen. Yeah, I might as well get like a rubber band on my,
Cargo scoop deployed.
put a rubber band on the thing. What's that? Oh, I see. Never mind. I mean, this isn't too terrible, but I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the fragments seem smaller too. Or it takes more fragments to get a single resource, I guess. Now, when you're in a wing, though, you get multiple people shooting the same rock. You get more resources out of it, which is beneficial. But man, I tell you, my first impression is still telling me to go core mining. We got one. It's definitely more fun when you're in a wing as well. That's not too bad. This gives me time to talk about science shit. Which I like science shit. China has announced that they're going to clamp down permanently on the wildlife trade. Specifically in response to coronavirus. Because we do know that it is, those open air wet markets are a definite vector. It's a unique mixture of urban density and rural markets. All right, folks. I'm actually going to call it here for now. I gotta go take care, gotta get a car back, but I fully expect to be back on streaming a little bit more later today. Gotta keep collecting these resources, gotta keep creating wealth, building jobs. That asteroid's crashing into me.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Torkel, that's our hope, actually. When we, right now it's a, it's a private event, but when we open it up, I think it'd be really fun to have this mix of, open piracy and armed escorts. I will definitely be encouraging the public event to happen in open so that we can create roles for people that just want to be along as armed escorts, or people that just want to pirate the miners. Like, I think that'd be really fun. Definitely cool content. All right, chat, Twitch stream, cheers. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending the morning with me. It was lovely. I hope it was edifying. I hope it was resourceful, entertaining, amusing. And I will see you guys soon. I'll be back before too long, and we can continue our journey before destination. Maybe never destination. Who needs a destination when you got a journey and traveling companions? All right, that's enough of a sign out. Drawn out as long as I can make it. Bye. Oh, wait. No, hang on. I almost always forget to do that thing that you're supposed to do. I want to raid somebody. Does anybody know any small to medium streamers who deserve a raid? Do you guys watch anybody that you think could use a raid? I'm looking at some current live channels in Elite Dangerous. Let's see who we can find. Yeah, let me know if you know anybody. Looking for some people without a ton. Okay. Pyrie, Lara. That's a Russian stream. Recruitants. Let's see who we got. Come on. Portuguese. Probably choose English if we can help it. I'm going to find somebody with a camera on. How about this guy? Kyle? No, no camera. No camera. Oh, what's up, Guillotine? Yes, but only for a couple hours. We'll be back, but I gotta go get my car from the dealership here. Somebody's here. Rrr. Hey. She lives here. She lives here. It's you put your arms up in a threatening manner. Good morning, sweetheart.
I've been up for hours.
I know you have, just in there redditing. Yeah, Guillotine, I'm getting offline for now, but yes, I will catch you all later. Here, let me do this real quick. If you guys are interested, that's my Twitter, there's my Instagram. I post bullshit there. If you like bullshit, check it out. Not a lot of memes, but plenty of bullshit. Guillotine, since you're here, do you know a streamer that we can raid, that deserves a little raid? Maybe somebody, preferably someone streaming Elite. I'm looking for somebody with a camera, and that doesn't already have like 40 viewers. Okay, that's fine. I will grab... Actually, this guy is doing a charity stream right now. So let's bomb him. I know he's got 92 viewers, but let's do it. WK Jez. So we're going to raid WK Jez. Is that correct? WK Jez.
He brought this cat turd in here.
Oh my god.
I'm telling on you that you brought the cat poop in here. Is this your cat poop?
Alright, we all ready to go raid Jez? There we go. And away we go. I'll make sure I turn my stream off after this as well.
We both know there are Nazis here in America.